Take 4. What's up, you guys? It's Abe coming at you with another anime review, and we're gonna do this raw. Alright, you guys, so today I want to talk about Unbreakable Machine-Doll, and it's pretty much an action fantasy with a little bit of ecchi and romance to it. It's a total of 13 episodes, and it's done by Studio Lerche during 2013. Alright, you guys, so pretty much let's get to the plot. Alright, so in a world where magic and machines kind of goes together or kind of work together, so there's like during like the 19th century, and it's like during the industrial age, and pretty much we have our main protagonist, which is Raishi, and the plot's really simple. I mean, it's just he just wants revenge for the murder of his clan and his family, and so he goes to this academy where they have this tournament, and he pretty much wants to become like the wise man, which is like the person who wins the tournament. And we'll get onto the plot and the details later on. So alright, you guys, so let's talk about the characters now. So we have our main protagonist, which is Raichi, and he's pretty much very serious. He reacts quickly, and his main focus is revenge. I mean, that's about it. I mean, he's always focused on that. He's also very protective of our other two main characters, which we'll get in a minute, which is Yaya and Char. Char is short for Charlotte. Alright, so let's continue with Yaya. I mean, she's very like ecchi, you guys. I mean, she's super thirsty. I mean, she's always trying to like bang Raishi or trying to get at him. And she's kind of like it's called Automon, the way they handle it, but she's pretty much like just the machine or the puppet that Raishi kind of controls with his magic. And you know, she's very entertaining and enjoyable. I mean, I love her. Alright, so let's continue with Char, which is another puppeteer, and she's pretty much proud, stuck up, and you know, they have some development on her towards the end. She gets like more caring, and those are our three main characters. I mean, the anime is gonna focus on those three the most. I mean, the other ones are just side characters. And then finally we have our villain, which is, well, his name is Magnus, and I don't want to get too much into him because I want to be serious, you guys. I mean, they don't really develop him, or they just kind of, yeah, he's there, but I mean, he doesn't really play a huge role. Now, you guys, let's continue with our next segment, which is the animation. And I want to be honest with you guys, the animation was just amazing. I loved it. It just flows flawlessly. I mean, it's just, I don't want to say it's perfect, but it's just so beautiful. Everything about it, it was just so bright, so colorful. Also, it does have some CGI moments, and it's the good thing they didn't really focus on it. I mean, it was done good, don't get me bad, but I'm just glad they didn't focus, or they try to make everything around that. But overall, the animation is just, it's beautiful, you guys. Alright, you guys, now let's talk about the music. The opening, it's kind of like this pop rock song, and it's done good. I had no problem with it. Now the ending was so entertaining. It's kind of like this Chinese Japanese pop song, but it's just done so well. I wish it could have been the opening instead, but I mean, it's just so, it was just so vibrant and energetic. I mean, you're gonna like it. Alright, so let's continue with the background music. I mean, the background music was usually like a piano or a violin, or usually like synthesizers and a little bit of electronic when action came up. I mean, for what it did, it was good. I had no issue with it. It set you up for the mood. Alright, you guys, now let's talk about the positives, and the positives outweigh the negatives. Let's talk about the action. The action was really solid, and also what led to the action, the drama. The characters were better than average, and what I mean by this is, usually when they do a visual novel adaptation, they just have generic characters, but these characters were, you know, they had a lot to offer. The presentation was good. I mean, yes, there were some cliche moments, but you didn't even care about that because the way they presented everything, it was just well done, and the voice acting was really good. I mean, every character's voice matched, and there was no issue there. So yeah, the all right, let's talk about the fails. And this anime has one major downfall, which is the plot doesn't really develop, and we kind of like side stories, but the plot never gets a closure. I mean, actually, this feels like season one, and we definitely need a season two because there was no closure. I mean, there was still a lot of things unresolved, and other things were just led like to kind of like a mystery. I kind of feel like maybe their objective was to kind of introduce you to the characters and for you to go check out the visual novel or the manga. But other than that, I mean, if you still put that aside, it was a good anime. Alright, so let's wrap things up and let's talk about my final thoughts on the anime. And aside from all the negatives of it, which was just one huge downfall, definitely check this anime out. Give it a try. You're just gonna enjoy the characters. The action is also very entertaining. It's very well done. I mean, if you're kind of like those people that kind of like good animation, then definitely check this anime out. Do not watch it if you're expecting to get an ending. Like, you are warned, this anime does not have an ending. And yeah, check it out and let me give you guys thoughts and opinions. And I'm still gonna do that 2014 to 2015 winter anime guide, and hope to do another anime review soon. And take care, you guys. This is Abe, and see you guys later.